had to exterminate. That's a
Talk,
true
Pops.
story about life.
Go ahead. I like what you're talking about.
People don't realize it. Even I had a family member, Albert Smith, Dr. Albert Smith, married my mother's oldest sister, came from Germany, and he said the Germans and the German Jews were actually helping Nazis before they didn't realize they would be next on the list. And they were taking the old people and the disabled people and getting rid of them, killing them, getting rid of them, using them for lab rats and stuff. And they didn't realize they would be next on the list. So that story is presented different ways. Today in our life we live, there's still strange things going on with the government, and been going on a long time. We must realize that in that last days, all nations will be part of that one world order, or you can, as Christians, you can almost say the one world government or the great dictator over the world. We're headed that way real fast.
Let me do an update real quick. This is the first time I've seen Pops since I got back from New Jersey, and I came over early, and today I got Austin, one of my friends from the Bluff. He's with me today. So Pops was just kind of met Austin for the first time. He's talking a little bit about, Pops had a sponsor in AA that was German, and I said, we'll video a little bit. Some of you guys that watch older videos, you didn't get to see Pops in a few days. Now, Austin, you want to talk to Austin?
Wait.
Tell anything? I told Austin in the past, it's everything we do is off the cuff, but I told Austin,
Hello.
Austin was in the military, and I said, someday you could share some of your story. But
My phone is
what did
dead.
you,
I didn't charge it.
what one did you fight in, Austin? Afghan or?
I went to Iraq and Afghanistan.
Okay. And when you were, Pops is on the phone.
Good morning, Walter. I have somebody here already that's over contact here at the house. He just got back from New York with his daughters. And
Pops is on the phone. I'm videoing.
Anyway, you have a good day, Walter. I'm feeling pretty good. My friend Charles Kay is the painter, our other little brother.
Walk over
having
here.
a little struggle with his
I'm going to have
cancer
Austin
treatment.
share a little bit if he wants. Sometimes I'm supposed to talk to David, and I'm going to have David tell some of his story. I mentioned it earlier on a video. I couldn't upload it yet. I'll upload that one later. It was taking a long time. Austin's told me his story a few times. He's had some struggles. How many years did you do in the military? 6, Austin. And you saw action in both Afghanistan and in Iraq.
Yeah, I did 30 months altogether, 17 months in Iraq, 13 Afghanistan, and I was airborne infantry, so I was a combat soldier.
Okay.
Saw a lot of action.
Yeah. Austin's he wants to get on track. He's like a lot of my friends, trying to get on his feet again. It's hard. Cameron, you guys seen Cameron in a lot of my videos, and Austin, that's how I met Austin. He was a friend with Cameron. And a lot of the guys, Pops is a vet. I just got my VA thing. I've been telling you guys that watch all my videos, and I just rescheduled. I had a letter from the VA at my house. If you don't make your appointments, they're going to drop me. So I called them. I said, look, I canceled my appointment. I was in New York. I couldn't make it. So I got an appointment for September. But it's interesting because I think the Lord worked it out for me to have contact with guys that have been in the military, vets. And that might be kind of part of what we're doing. I'm going to do that video with David, John David. And when we were doing the halfway house not too far from here, we had some vets. The VA actually contacted David and said, we want to know if you have a home for veterans, because homeless veterans, this was a few years ago, they have nowhere to go. So we didn't have a place for them, and they actually asked us. So I realized at that time that was a big problem. Austin as well is basically trying to get on his feet again. Share whatever you want to tell, Austin.
Or what you were saying about the homeless vet thing, I remember reading an article one time about, it said something like 90% of all homeless people are actually veterans.
Okay.
And so that's a large number of homeless people being on the streets. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like it's actually kind of sad that there's a lot of us that serve this country, and yet we can't get no help.
Yes, yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, right behind you, that building, I went with Pops before I went to New York, and they got a little office at the courthouse, and it's just for veterans. And it's like assistants, and they got, as a matter of fact, if you don't know where that office is, maybe I'll show it to you. I didn't even know they had that there. But vets are the same situation. They come back, and some of them have a hard time. I have a few friends that they're not on the video because they're not comfortable with it, but they're vets too. Some are friends on Facebook. A lot of the things that happen to the guys, it affects them. And you know my politics. Austin has not really watched a lot of my videos, though I've talked with Austin. But the impact of sending kids, unless it's really necessary, but a lot of the wars we do are unnecessary. And the impact on the people, we got to take that into account. It should always be a last resort. Any story you want to tell, Austin, about experiences that you're comfortable with? Something that things that might have, I don't know, whatever you want to say about.
Well, I mean, like you're talking about a lot of the vets having a hard time coming back. I mean, I came back from Afghanistan and I got PTSD. They diagnosed me with PTSD real bad. And, I used to take medications for it, but due to my discharge status, I can't get any assistance from the VA, and so it makes it to where like I just have to pretty much deal with what's happening. And I mean, it's sad to say, but I self-medicate. I got a real temper. It gets me in a lot of trouble. Like just last year, I spent like about half a year in jail, back and forth. You know, about once a month I was going to jail or so, and then it's just.
Austin reminds me a little bit of me. I mean, I told Austin some of my stories. I think his brother is in the county. Is Jacob in the county right now?
He actually, he just got shipped off to Midland.
Okay.
He's in Midland now. He's got about 80 days left in ISF, and then he'll be back out and walking the streets again too.
Yes, that's the. See, Austin, I remembered, but because of the discharge, he's not eligible for any of the benefits. But
so I came back from Afghanistan, and when we were released for our leave, I got into a little altercation with some people and got myself in some trouble, and I spent 19 months in the brig and got that kind of discharge, and they don't have any type of assistance for me anymore. They told me to pretty much never contact them again, like treat myself like I never was in. But I thought I took the right choice. 19 months in the brig and no benefits, or 14 years in full benefits, and so that was about 5 years ago. So I'd still be doing about another 9 years, and I'm 28 now, so you know, 37 years old would be a long time from now.
I tell Austin, sometimes Austin feels hopeless because there's a lot of situations we won't talk about everything. But I tell Austin, there is hope, and God gives us a whole brand new beginning. And that's the whole message. And you guys that know me know that I don't do the AA or anything, though I don't. Pops does it. I help Pops. I drop him off. But the main thing, and I'm not against Austin or anybody using it, I don't tell people don't go. When you hear me talking the way I do, I'm talking to the leadership of the movement and all those other things. So that's what you hear on those other videos. But the main thing is hope. When we start over again, God gives us a clean slate. There's a verse that says, His mercies are new every morning. So God can give us a brand new start. And I'm going to ask Austin if he wants. I'll baptize him in the water, North Beach or Padre Island. I just jump in. I take my shoes off. I jump in just like this. I never make a big thing about it. And that's a symbol of starting new, starting clean. A lot of times, the guys feel like they've been involved with so much that they just can't seem. I was with Yui yesterday. Yui knows Austin, but I don't know if they get along. But Yui was telling me, I was driving him around. I went to see Yui's brother, David, who's going to do the thing. And but Yui brought up something. He's talking about somebody else. He said, John, he's like that. One of his relatives says, because he hates himself. He said, because he hates himself. And that's a big thing. We get forgiveness from God, but we've done a lot of things sometimes that we can't forgive ourselves. So today's kind of the first day back with the videos. You guys are seeing Pops. I'm glad that Austin's with me today. And I wanted to do a little introduction here. And there's hope. There's hope for everybody. But as time goes on, I'm going to have Austin share whatever he wants to talk about. Just like you see Pops and all the other guys. Maybe we'll all benefit from this. Okay, that's just a quick little thing. Last word, Austin. This is the beginning of your little videos with me. There's hope. There's got to be hope. Cameron is back in jail. I've mentioned that because you guys have seen me pray for Cameron. And Austin was roommating with Cameron for a while. I think Cameron went to school with you.
Yeah, we were all high school buddies.
Yes.
He's actually the first person that I guess I could consider a friend here in Corpus when I moved here when I was 15.
Okay. And Cameron did. Now, he used to be preaching to you or trying to help you when, like, talking about God and stuff, and you guys kind of disagreed somewhat. But he did bring up, you could tell that he was a Christian as far as
his heart was right.
Yes, he was trying, even though he too had struggles. And so Cameron and Austin were roommates for a while. And I think that's how I met Austin, but I've made a lot of friends on the streets. All right, that's going to be it for today. I hope you like our first videos back. We're going to do some things today, and then you're going to see some videos from David telling his testimony.